Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'm pleased to welcome you back to the wonderful world of America, land of the free and home to the badass outlaw who apparently can wear whatever the hell he feels like and still pull it off with flying colors. I'd like to welcome you to West Elizabeth and Red Dead Redemption, where previously we entered this technologically advanced town of unspeakable new devices and things, including vehicles and dogs that apparently don't need owners. Can't do anything with it, unfortunately. Marston doesn't have a driver's license. But now that we're in an entirely new world, we have a lot of things to do. And what are you barking at? You're just running around in the middle of the street? Jesus. And, contrary to what I said at the end of the last part, I think we're going to take up that outlaw bounty in spades. I was thinking, what better way to get a lay of the land than by going through it and heading to quite possibly one of my favorite places in this entire game. I completely forgot about the Aurora Basin, and it's way out here east, or I guess west, rather, since we're already so far east, and we're gonna travel all the way there by way of Warwick. Come over here, my fair steed. It is time for us to make haste and go over there, because that's where we'll go. And it's going to be some good stuff. You'll also notice that there was a mysterious stranger purple question mark on the map halfway there, and we're also going to, take that on as well, because I think that will actually conclude the I Know You side quest, which is really nice. It's about time we got some goddamn closure on that mess. And ooh, bison, don't kill me. Ooh, that is not good. Those guys will ram you, as well as a lot of the other wildlife that we will contend with out here, so we'll try to avoid as much of that for the time being. I guess there's no really cherry picking about it, but we will be seeing a lot of new animals out here. So before we head off to the basin, though, whoa, what the hell is this doing out here? I know there's a couple of, random treasure chests just everywhere, but didn't realize there'd be one out here. Let's take it. Sweet. 19 bucks. Well worth it, I guess, but here's the man once again. Yeah, you don't say. You didn't really flinch when Warwick jumped into you, but that's alright. What?
Ain't this a beautiful spot?
Sure. What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
You know, it's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you from Mexico. I know you from back out west. Hell, I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
And with that, the mysterious stranger has disappeared back into the dark recesses of our subconscious. Or so maybe the game wants us to believe. Also, what? That was weird. The text box kind of just flashed there for a second. I think that was just to say the mission is over. But I have no idea. Let's check the journal. It should be in there. Alright. You have completed the storyline for I Know You and will not encounter the strange man again. So, yes, indeed. The conclusion was slightly hollow, but yet one that we all probably should have expected at this point. Anyways, now that we've got the journal all opened and it just came back to me, off screen, in between recordings, I did take it upon myself to go ahead and complete a couple of challenges out in Mexico. Not too many, mind you, but upon entering West Elizabeth, we did have unlocked to us the explosive rifle and tomahawk mastery ranks, and these are challenges we'll need to do over the course of our time here. And the rifle still wasn't there in the blacksmith in Blackwater, and we'll get tomahawk shortly. However, I did get to rank 6 in the survivalist rank, and I still have to go back to Mexico and get some more butterfly weed, and otherwise everything else is still pretty consistent. Might have skinned an armadillo while I was out there. But by getting to rank 6, I did unlock the prerequisites for a new outfit. One that will probably take a very long time to get, all things considered. After all, it's some pretty big shoes to fill if you ever want to be the Legend of the West. We have to attend rank 10 in all ambient challenges, which is the survivalist, sharpshooter, whatever the hell else was over there, the exhibitionist. I don't know, but this will raise our Deadeye level even further, which I didn't know this even existed. All of my previous playthroughs, I didn't really care about collecting herbs or murdering animals. I just kind of went through and soaked in the story, and it was really nice, but that's something I didn't know existed. So, good stuff. Alright, so before we leave, I'd like to take a quick moment to explore a bit more of this mysterious Beecher's Hope. If Warwick would be oh so kind as to join us, thank you so much. So, this small ranch, in its current state, seems to have a bit of a ghost town aesthetic going on. Not a whole lot of indication in what happened here, aside from the fact that it's completely abandoned. And to be honest, even though it's pretty creepy with this overcast weather and this foreboding lodge being all boarded up, I would totally live here. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll be back here soon enough. But now, on to the trail, to the tall trees, and hopefully make our way up to Aurora Basin with minimal issues. Also, you'll notice off in the distance some mountainous terrain over there, and just a subtle transition towards this new area. Nice little wagon here as well. So welcome to the tall trees. You'll notice a lot of areas in this particular section of the game has some really interesting names. And also, here a train, because, oh, you know what? While it's having a little bit of trouble loading in, we've got ourselves another settlement, the Manzanita Post, which is basically the McFarlane Ranch of this area, so it's nice. More or less the Chuparosa as well. We have ourselves a building we could buy off over there, as well as a nice little store where... Is there gunshots, or is that just Warwick digging into the ground with her hooves? I don't know, but let's go in here and buy a couple of things, shall we? The Manzanita Soul Trading Company. And, oh, hi, how's it going? It's very dark in here.
I got quite the pair of blisters yesterday.
Excuse me, is this something I really need to know? I could see that. So let's go and buy the tall trees. We still need to... Oh, thank you. We still need the Great Plain to read, and also the Tomahawk. Nice. So, should we take one more? Let's do it. We don't really need all that many, but they're expensive as shit, too. We'll also grab another survivalist map, because I also leveled up to, I think, rank 5. It lasts twice as long. Instead of 20 minutes, it shows up for 40, so quote-unquote. But it's nice. I like it. And, well, now I like it, now that I'm doing all that nonsense. And that's pretty much all we need to buy for now, so...
I think that's good for now.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Okie dokie there. Be sure to come back again soon there, okay? Oh, okay, so now that we have all of that in our name, let's go ahead and pop in the Great Plains and, hopefully get the tall trees in there, because I think that is going to be our last map that we need to fill out every location available to us. Excellent. So, we're definitely doing ourselves a great service there. Now, if we head over here, it looks like some people are playing a nice, fitting game of Five Finger Filet. It's nice, and ooh, we're gonna be stealing everybody's hard-earned keep right here. There we go. Oh my god. There's some shit going on. What? Oh, okay. Did not expect this to happen in any capacity, so let's go ahead and, yeah. I don't think so, guys. Okay, so let's just get a couple right here. That didn't work. Is that a person right there? Jesus. And there's one more right here. Ooh. Was that a thing? Was this something that was planned in any capacity? Because I was not expecting just a gang of hoodlums to come bashing through the town. Jesus. Settlement, more like, even. Wow. Thought we would have gotten some way more cool than that, but apparently not. Maybe it's another thing for an outfit we need to get, but it's a good first message to have when moving into a new town is, hey, I can protect you guys. Don't worry about a thing. Huh, okay, so while things are still struggling to load and something exploded over here? Oh, that's a horse. Jesus, that thing died in a really weird fashion. Let's go buy our new house, shall we? Our lovely new log cabin, which for the one-time price of $400 as well as mounting Warwick, there we go. We have bought it. And it's ours. This place looks so cool. Ah. I would totally live in this place. Jesus. Let's pull a good old Bryan Cranston and hang out here for a couple months. Why the hell not? Oh, okay. So, now that we have Manzanita Post all to our name, we can continue moving on, because we're almost halfway there. Well, more than halfway, I should say, but we'll go ahead and take the regular path, the very loosely defined path, up to our good friend Kent Galloway, I believe his name is. And, yeah, we'll follow him that way. Everything is still loading. Jesus. It's never been this bad before. That's absurd. But look at this. Ah, it's like all snowy and white. Now I kind of wish it was like darker because this place looks even more cool at night. Ah, it's so nice. Ooh, log cabin. Oh, Tanner's Reach. I think this is another place where outlaws will hang out, so...
Wonder what happened to these folks.
It's kind of hard to tell. Also, there's a little fox over there. Alright, let's go check and see what's going on here. Nice, fine place to stay as well. More money. Also, this looks pretty cool. Quite conventional, if I do say so myself. Ah, God. I just love exploring this place. And then you've got, like, another river over there. And this actually will take us to the Aurora Basin. Holy shit! Holy mother of God! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He came at me though. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have grizzly bears! Oh! No!
Do I look like food to you?
Apparently! I thought I heard something. Oh, holy shit. Oh. Jesus Christ. I really do need to have two headphones in for this, but they overlap my ears and... Jesus, is there another one behind me?
Let's get this over.
But I can't hear myself speak when I have them on, so... Also, I see something in that corner. I don't think I don't. That was absurd. There is our first instance of a grizzly bear. I mean, these things are terrifying, as you can tell. Granted, they're not the largest animal we have yet to see, but as you can tell, it takes quite a lot of shots to do, and I'm surprised that backhand to my face didn't kill me, so that was, oh, quite the tricky encounter. Are you okay, Warwick? Is there, what is that? I can't. That's a cub. No, that's the boar. These things, I don't like. Typically, they will knock you off your horse, and they're one of the few enemies that will actively try to, you know, bore you to death. And I'm not a huge fan of them, but we do need to kill, I think, 5 of them for survival, so that's good. And as much time as we can waste, you know, getting some of these animals, the better off I think we'll be in experiencing the Aurora Basin near twilight, so, or I guess dusk, either or. It depends on how long this fight lasts, but, oh, you know what? Maybe we can find beavers over here. Maybe. That'd be kind of interesting. We still need to get like 7 of those, so, yeah. Warwick is somewhere over there. I'm sure she'll come when the time is right, but I thought we were much closer. Anyways, while we're over here, let's just soak it in for a minute. I mean, without going into the water, because Marston can't swim. Just look at this. Oh, it looks so nice. Oh! Well,
Don't you fight me!